Welcome to Physics with me. I am your tutor, Miss Remy. Our topic for today is density. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to define the term density, state the density equation in both words and the symbols, state the units of each of the symbols used in the density equation, calculate the density of different objects. Let's consider two boxes. Both boxes are of equal dimensions, but box 1 contains 3 1-gram blocks, whilst box 2 contains 7 1-gram blocks. What is the volume of each box? Here we will try to calculate the volume of box 1. You can pause the video here to see if you can calculate the volume of box 1 on your own. Here we use the equation for volume, which is length multiplied by width multiplied by height. We substitute those values into the volume equation, and we get an answer of 120 centimeters cubed. If you got that answer, you're absolutely correct. Now remember, box 1 and box 2 both are the same size. Therefore, box 2 will also have a volume of 120 centimeters cubed. What is the total mass in box 1? To calculate the total mass in box 1, we simply sum the individual masses. Pause the video here and try to calculate the total mass of the blocks in box 1. If you got 3 grams, great job, you're absolutely correct. What is the total mass in box 2? Let's try to work out the total mass in box 2. You can pause the video again and let's see if we can work out the same answer. If you got 7 grams, you are absolutely correct. What is the relationship between mass and volume? For box 1, there are 3 grams of stuff in a 120 centimeter cube space. Whilst in box 2, there are 7 grams of stuff in a 120 centimeter cube space. This relationship that you have just considered is called density. What is density? Density is a measure of the amount of matter contained in a particular space. In physics, we say that the density of a substance is defined as its mass per unit volume. This definition can be expressed as the density equation, where the Greek letter rho represents density, m represents the mass, the fraction bar represents per, and v represents the volume. Units of density. The units of density are usually written as the unit of the stated mass divided by the unit of the stated volume. For example, if your mass is being measured in grams and your volume in cubic centimeters, then your units of density would be grams per cubic centimeter. Or, if you're measuring a mass in kilograms and your volume in cubic meters, then your units would be kilograms per cubic meter. We're now going to try an example to see how we would calculate the density in a given situation. Let's take a small glass cover, which has a mass of 50 grams and a volume of 10 cubic centimeters. What we want to do is to find out the density of the glass cover, and then we would like to state the units. For our solution, the first thing we do is to state the equation of density, which is mass divided by volume. Secondly, we would substitute the values for mass and volume into the equation. Finally, we will do our calculations and remember to write our units. And for this question, our answer is 5 grams per cubic centimeter. Here is one for you to try. A block of polystyrene of mass 0.40 kilograms has a volume of 0.025 cubic meters. Firstly, calculate the density of the styrofoam block. Secondly, state its units. You can pause the video here and see if you can work out the answer. For our solution, we firstly state the equation for density, which is mass divided by volume. We then substitute the values of mass and volume into the density equation. Finally, we complete our calculation and state the units. If you got the answer of 16 kilograms per cubic meter, you are absolutely correct. In conclusion, we learned that density is the relationship between an object's mass and its volume. We also learned that its units depend on the given units of mass and volume. And finally, all of this information can be used to calculate the density of everyday objects. This brings us to the end of our lesson today. Goodbye.